Hello and welcome to another Taking a Look At. We actually have a show for once. We're a bit short on people today. Right now it's just me and Rhetoric. I didn't hear back from Smelly. And Dan should be in at some point.
He said he would. Oh no, he just sent us a message. He says, "Never mind, it's bad."
Yeah.
I think I barked my shoe.
Oh. Well, Dan's PC might have died of. Well, anyways, we shall carry on without him.
You guys, I can't believe Rhetoric&Discourse still owns a Mac. Why doesn't he own a PC?
Well, I mean, I would point out that my PC hasn't broken.
I've never had any problems with my Mac. So
I've had a few at this, but that's mainly because of me being an idiot. Installing things from places I shouldn't install them from. No, not actually.
Have you been playing Bone Town?
No.
Do you know what Bone Town is?
I have no idea what it is.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like it's kinky.
Oh yeah, it's like the porn version of Grand Theft Auto.
I'm pretty sure that already exists within Grand Theft Auto.
Probably, but it's got less, hooker killing and more hooker fucking.
I mean, that just depends on how you play the game. That's just removing an option in the game.
No, yeah, that's it. You're not supposed to play those on computers.
Anyways, today's site is this nightmare. It appears to be designed entirely by someone who figured out how to draw rectangles in HTML. I'm not even sure if this is HTML.
This is pre-HTML.
I'm not sure what it is. The weird thing is that if you actually click on like this, you get click on the links, you get something like this, which seems a bit more professional. And we can find a job working from home.
You don't say. Does it only take 5 easy payments of $9.99?
So this site is called Free World Wars, and the subtitle, that's not the right subheader thing. The tagline, that's the thing. What I was looking for, is tracking the progress of the planned World War III. So apparently, World War III is. I mean, I won't sit here and say that. I know for sure that World War III is never gonna happen. There's, that could easily happen, but they seem to think that it's it's being planned right now, and it's something that someone is deliberately just being the New World Order are planning to set off.
Oh, I love it. I love that kind of stuff. I don't know why you would try to plan it, honestly. Like politics is enough. We'll get there. Just give us enough time. There's no need to plan it. Is it just me, or is there? I think there's something underneath this rectangle. Yeah, there is. I noticed that too, but I don't know how to get rid of it.
And it's text because prepare for World War III. There's it's like a hidden message.
To have a hidden message. Oh no, the three world wars. That's an image. It's not actually text. You can't highlight it.
But when I zoom in and out, this thing appears. You can see that's the bottom of it.
Yeah.
You get this.
Wait. How is what?
So this rectangle, this weird
yeah.
Well, skin color is not the right word. Sand colored.
It's Danish skin colored.
Okay. I realize that skin color is a really bad name for it.
Now we know what the skin color of all Danes is. This is horribly.
That's actually a little dark for the average.
That's a summer Dane, not a winter one.
There's no such thing as summer in Denmark. It's always it's either cold or raining or just cold.
We have 2 seasons, cold and rain.
And sometimes they combine. Anyways, let's see here. Looking for the truth of what's going on in this world, and this world is I'm not sure why this world is capitalized and why truth of what's going on is.
There's a good chance that this is like a book review, and they're actually talking about the hidden secrets of a book called This World.
Possibly.
And we just stumbled upon somebody's like book club website, because those are a thing.
Having looked around, I don't think so. And the plan World War III. You mean we weren't looking for it? We were looking for something stupid to read and laugh at, but sure, let's go with that. Dresden James has something to say.
Oh goodness!
Always start with a quote. That's.
Oh! So speaking of quotes, I'm gonna entirely derail this now because I can. At the beginning, if you didn't watch it, you watched it. The fucking my April Fool's video. I started off with a bunch of quotes that I just made up, for my April Fool's video, and people legitimately corrected me on those. Like somebody legitimately got really pissed that I misquoted John 3:16 from the Bible. It's like, I know. That was, I know. I know how Bible.
For fuck's sake!
That video did so well too. It got like 8,000 views in a week. Like people went nuts over it. It's great. I love that video. All right, so yeah.
Speaking of nuts.
All right, Dresden James. When it well packaged. Speaking of nuts. Yep, we got there. It only took us 10 minutes.
More like 5, actually.
When a well-packaged web of lies has been sold gradually to the masses over generations, the truth will seem utterly preposterous, and its speakers a raving lunatic.
So, in other words, because we sound like raving lunatics, we're not.
Yeah,
that's not an argument.
No. So, according to the interwebs, oh no, that's Donald James. That's not. I looked at Donald James, Dresden James.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is actually.
He doesn't seem to exist on the internets.
Well,
there's Donald James, which he keeps popping up when I search for him. Which is a British novelist and scriptwriter.
Maybe Dresden James is just like one of his mates.
Maybe.
Amidst an overabundance of information and a distinct lack of truth, this is where you will find the most accurate big picture presentation of why the world is currently in the state it is.
Oh yeah. Not all the careful studies that universities do and surveys that are conducted about and people who research politics and world
and economics. I forgot to click on myself, so it doesn't lock the screen. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
What? People tend to be sucked into irrational behavior en masse. You don't say. You don't say.
I hadn't noticed that.
I thought it was just a couple of loonies, but nope. Men think in herds, go mad in herds, but recover their senses one by one. Charles Mackay. Are these real people?
I don't know, but I like that quote.
Oh yeah, Yeah.
But like, I mean, obviously they think they're the same ones. But like, I mean that there's some truth to that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Crypto. That was Crypto just said something about religion, and I mean, you're right. Oh, this is actually a real person. Charles Mackay was a Scottish poet, journalist, author, anthologist, novelist, and songwriter.
Wow.
Remembered mainly for his book Extraordinary Popular Delusions and the Madness of the Crowds. He's probably a reasonable guy.
Well, there's no like, there's not really surprising that like stupid people use smart people.
That's true. Extraordinarily Popular Delusions, the Madness of Crowds. That sounds interesting.
It's a good title.
Yeah. It reminds me of, who was it, James Randi's?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. He's got a title similar to that. I have to figure out what the title is.
Yeah, it rings a bell for me, so I can't remember either.
No, not James Randi. Daniel Dennett. Fuck. One of them. It sounds like a thing that they would come up with.
Okay, now I think you may have triggered a bell in my head that wasn't actually a bell. Like, I just remembered something that isn't actually a memory.
Mandela effect confirmed.
Oh, Micro's bad brain that is currently being soaked in alcohol. Effect. So it needs a better name. It's a very long name of an effect.
You should find like an acronym for it instead.
MBB it doesn't really work. Like it's gonna be hard to say.
See, the best way to come up with acronyms is to come up with a word you want to say first, and then fit in the letters later.
The worst ones are I hate the ones where like it will be like brain, like an acronym will be brain, and then the B stands for brain.
Brain, yeah.
That is like, then you're not trying. Like, if you use like, that's cheating. You can't just the word like that you spell out with the acronym as one of the words you use. Mm-hmm. Like that's cheating.
I think yeah. That's the best way to do it, though. I can get behind that.
Also, it kind of defeats the purpose of the of having the acronym. Like in that case, you could just call it like a name.
That's true.
Anyways, here's your chance. It's our chance, okay, to break free from the herd. While you might not agree with everything you read here, you can say that again. I take great care in presenting only verifiable facts. All information is taken from the most reliable sources available and can be verified with little research.
I'm sorry, my friend, but
you know when you have to say that?
Yeah. Blog posts are not like those aren't reliable necessarily, my friend. Like, what is it? Blogspot? Was that the big one? Don't use them. But you won't find any of this in the mainstream news sources. They're going after the liberal media already.
Well, and Fox News probably also.
Because they're part of the liberal agenda as well.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there are people out there that thinks that Fox News is like super left-leaning.
Oh yeah,
which is kind of both sad and scary at the same time.
That is kind of terrifying. Oh no. Did you see? I'm going to derail it again. Did you see there was this one company, this one media company in the States called Sinclair, and they like sent out a script for all of their like local channels to like read.
Yeah,
and somebody like
had a segment on it.
It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, that was that is pretty terrifying.
So the best part is about when the story came out, at least for me, is that I had a bunch of I had a couple of my conservative friends on Facebook like send it to me and be like, look guys, the liberal media, It was, controlled, whatever. And then I had to like explain to them that Sinclair was a conservative like company who tries to like promote conservative nonsense all the time. It's like, these are your guys. Like, not saying that like the left doesn't probably do stupid.
Yeah, but it's just like you can't use that as an argument.
Yeah. This isn't the liberal media. This is a conservative media.
Also, it's a bit weird that they're named Sinclair, considering that that's also like an old British computer. Oh yeah,
I hadn't even thought about that. So yeah, so entirely derailed it and entirely forgot what sentence I was on. Oh, there we go.
The butt.
Find any of the mainstream news sources. They are controlled. Of course they are. Just as news broadcast during World War I and World War II were carefully controlled. It's called propaganda. And we have a testimonial. You know that shit is serious when there's a testimonial involved.
Well, there's apparently several hundreds testimonials, and also some of them that are like us and think and kind of think that this is bullshit. So, do you want to read the testimonials, or do we want to go into this unbiased?
I want to read this first testimonial by Harold Murray. Murray?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah,
You're a bit quiet, but we can.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's okay.
Much better. We have a Dan.
Yes.
Yeah, it is me, dude.
Hello there.
That is awesome. And thank you for joining us, Dan.
I had a bit of a software problem.
I think you had a bit of a hardware problem. That's what you get for buying a PC. I love how none of you took me seriously.
I just assumed that it was a bad joke.
Oh, I can barely take myself seriously when I say that.
So Dan, do you wanna read what the good Harold Murray, who placed a testimonial on this crazy website, has to say?
I suppose I can. Okay, so let me just try to remember how to read. Okay, so I'm so thankful to have found your World War III website. Jesus, we're at World War III?
Apparently so. Well, no, it's not happening. Hasn't happened yet, but it's being planned by the media.
You're very brave to speak out the way you do. I have great respect for people like yourself who are willing to do so. Far too many are intimidated by various things. It is so nice to read the truth. Other than your site, I am not seeing a great deal of the truth. Your website is a breath of fresh air. Thank you for your courage and your scholarship. Well, okay. I mean, sure.
You and I know, we know it, that there's a gigantic cover-up of who the true criminals are. I didn't know that, but okay. Apparently I did. The mainstream media and their authorities, I can't say that word, are complicit. So you will never hear it from them, but you will hear it from me. But I love that he just assumes that we're on his side.
If we found this, then
Yeah, to be fair, I did have to Google right buzzwords. I think I put Google New World Order and went to like page 7. Results to find this. I didn't even bother to look at the first 6. I just went straight to the crap.
We hit rock bottom when we're 7 pages into a Google search.
I mean, it kind of makes me nervous for what's like in the remaining like 23 or some whatever.
One of these days, that's what we have to actually do is like go all the way to the
find
end.
the
last entry in a Google search. That's the one we'll pick. Oh goodness gracious!
Assuming that it's not like just like here's a list of words.
Gio sent me a list of lists the other day. He sent me like the list of lists that's kept on the Wikipedia page, because Gio likes to send me weird shit all the time.
Oh, you does that, doesn't he?
Yeah. So he sent me a list of lists. That was his contribution this week. So whose turn is it to read?
I think it's your turn.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Once you understand the real reasons behind current events, you'll quickly see how the real corporate... I gave that like way more emphasis than they did. Once you understand why events are unfolding the way they are, you'll have the clear idea of what is in store for us in the not too distant future. Bum bum bum. We need dramatic music. We need some fucking like... Oh, I can play noises through my headphones.
No one got my MST3K reference.
No.
God damn it.
No. I'm gonna go get the whatchamacallit, the X-Files thing going. Yeah. I'm gonna get that ready to play it like every time that we read something really stupid.
Oh yeah, because we don't want this to stay up.
No.
Hey, look. It's a testimonial from South Africa.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Look. Right
there. Obviously it holds more weight than all the other testimonials.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean everything. I mean it's very important. Come on guys, how do you know someone is from South Africa?
I get the feeling you're going to tell us.
Exactly that. They tell you. Exactly the same as how do you know someone's vegan?
They never shut up
or
about
doing
it.
CrossFit.
Yeah. What's the joke? An atheist, a vegan, and a CrossFit guy show up at the bar, and you can tell which is which because they never shut up about it.
Exactly. That's exactly the same thing with being South African. Let me tell you that.
You already have.
Exactly. See?
Oh goodness.
Hey, I guess I'm gonna read this.
Kind of have to.
Let me get my. Sorry.
You kind of have to, like.
Yeah.
It's rare that we get someone from your country.
Yeah. Let me get this proper the Antwoord accent going. So I can't believe I mean fuck. Sorry, my cat is being a potato. Come on, Lamar. Okay. It's gonna be
cat.
Okay.
Potato cat.
It's gonna be okay.
Will it?
I hope so. I can't begin to tell you how much I enjoy your World War III site, how much I have appreciated these things you write about, and how much I have stretched my own thinking in these months. I've been receiving your emails. One of my lifelong passions is to keep growing, keep stretching, and stabbing. And these includes, of course,
keep stabbing.
Subjects one would not always naturally gravitate towards. Geez, that's quite big words I'm using here. Wow. Touch my English. Thanks for the incredible amount of time you put in. It is invaluable to me, and I know I must be of a huge sacrifice for you. Well, it is an incredible privilege to benefit from your thoughts, passions, direction, and research. Veronica Williams from South Africa, my bra.
Nice.
So these are less testimonials about like shit that's actually happened and more like
it's not testimonials. It's just like, hey, here's some fan mail.
Yeah, here's my 3 friends that I paid to say nice things about me.
except that there's only these 2. This guy doesn't like him.
Oh really? Nice.
No, one of many negative comments. I can't imagine why that would happen. Discover how we are how close we are to the plan World War III.
Oh my goodness. 3worldwarwars.com. 6,000+ quality pages.
Quality.
Oh, goodness.
It's
and a free newsletter. I want to sign up for this newsletter. We should sign up for this newsletter.
Well, you can do that right here.
We'll explain the mess we find ourselves in with information such as I'm only gonna read the titles, and if we want to read more we can, but an introduction to conspiratorial history, New World Order timeline, and Albert Pike's plan for World War III.
Who the fuck is Albert Pike?
Albert Pike received a vision which he described in a letter that he wrote dated August 15th, 1871. The letter graphically outlined plans for 3 world wars that were seen as necessary to bring about the one world order, and we can marvel at how accurate it has predicted events that have already taken place. Can we read that one?
Some crackpot in 1871.
Wow.
Holy
we should read that. We should read that.
Yeah, we think we should go to that.
Just straight into that one. There's nothing else. Just go straight.
Yeah, fuck it. Wow. Sorry, Dimitri Rosner, if that's how you pronounce your name.
Oh, look, this is like a not stupid site. At least the one I clicked on was a not stupid site. I can live with this. Can we actually see the letter?
Yeah, this is the letter. These are extracts from it, and apparently there's. I think someone doesn't know. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here.
I want this letter. I want the full text of this letter. Yeah, what is going on with a lot of this stuff? Like, the Illuminati has taken over this website, obviously.
Well, there's some like, these are like the following are apparently extracts of the letter. So you're not sure if they're extracts from the letter?
I am okay. The Daily Star might have a copy of it because the Daily Star is super reliable. Do you actually have the? I want to see this whole letter.
I'm not entirely sure if the letter actually exists.
Me neither.
But I mean, it has extracts from it that are development extracts.
I'm gonna keep looking. You should ignore me for a second while I look.
Well, I'm gonna read. Okay. Albert Pike received a vision, which he described in a letter that he wrote to Mazzini, whoever the fuck Mazzini is, dated August 15, 1871. This letter graphically outlined plans for 3 world wars. I guess that's where the name of the site comes from. That was seen as necessary to bring about the one world order. And we can marvel. Oh, wait. This is pretty much just the introduction thing we read before. Dan, you want to read?
So entirely not on the site that we're on. Because I decided to look somewhere else. They're actually questioning whether this letter even exists. If Pike's letter really exists, it would be interesting to know its whereabouts. It was originally claimed the text was on show at the British Museum's library and was mysteriously taken down in 1970s and never seen again. However, the British Museum and British Library denied knowledge of its existence. Both the British Museum and British Library confirmed that there is no record of the letter being in the establishment's possession.
I also want to point out that just from looking at the supposed extracts, it doesn't seem to be actually written in like the English you would write in like almost like well over like maybe 100, but like 150 years ago. Like it seems very modern.
Yeah. The whole thing just screams of a lot of made up nonsense, stupid.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go get another beer. Be right back.
Hey, it just be. Oh no, Dan's back.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it just became the R&D show. We got R&D and Dan. All right, I'm gonna close that tab. Oh no, I was using that tab. I shouldn't have closed it.
I had a bit of a Google Chrome issue.
Happens to the best of us. Okay, should we keep reading?
Yeah, keep reading.
Did we read? Okay, it is commonly. I don't even know where we're at. Like, I'm
it is commonly believed. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It is currently believed. It is a commonly believed fallacy that for a short time the Pike letter to Mazzini was on display at the British Museum in London, and that it was copied by William Guy Carr, former intelligence officer in the Royal Canadian Navy. The British Library has confirmed in writing to me. Wow. Well, don't you feel fucking special? That such a document has never been in their possession. Furthermore, in Carr's book, Carr includes the following footnote. The keeper of the manuscript was recently informed the keeper of the manuscripts recently informed the author that this letter was not cataloged in the British Museum Library. It seems strange that the man of Cardinal Rodriguez's knowledge should have said that it was in 1925.
Wait, so they basically admit that we don't actually know if this fucking exists.
I know.
We're still gonna base something on it.
I know.
Also, I want to point out that is not a fallacy. It's a commonly believed that's not a fallacy.
No, it's a commonly believed lie.
Yeah, that's just a or commonly believed story. A fallacy is like an actual has an actual meaning.
I'm not even sure I'm not even sure you can call it a commonly believed lie. Like, it's the lie that we tell you because it's not actually commonly believed. This is just a lie that we tell you.
Well, it might be commonly believed within these circles.
That's true.
It appears that Carr learned about this letter from Cardinal Caro. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Caro how the fuck am I supposed to pronounce the Y? Rodriguez of Santiago, Chile. Or if you want to pronounce it as it's written, child.
Oh no.
Who wrote the Mystery of Freemasonry Unveiled. That's a book I want to trust.
Oh yeah. Nothing says reliable like Freemasons.
Well, he's also a cardinal. That doesn't exactly help.
Oh, I'm out of popcorn. To date, no conclusive. I can't fuck. To date, no conclusive proof exists to show that this letter was ever written.
So the thing of basing it on, didn't he start out in the intro thing?
Yeah, let's read the intro again. Albert Pike received a vision, which he described in a letter.
No, that's not what I mean. This. Remember, he said that.
This part. It was
all information is taken from the most reliable sources available and can be verified with little research.
Yeah, including this letter that was received. Yeah,
that might not even exist. Great.
Yeah. All right, dude. I'm entirely gonna take you seriously from now on. Nevertheless, the letter is widely quoted on the topic of much discussion. Great.
The following are apparently extracts from the letter showing how 3 world wars have been planned for many generations. Dan, why don't you read to us about the First World War?
Oh yeah, obviously the First World War. So, the First World War must be brought about in order to permit the Illuminati to overthrow the power of the Tsars in Russia, and of making that country a fortress of atheistic communism. The divergences caused by the originator agents of the Illuminati between the British and Germanic empires will be used to foment this war. At the end of the war, communism will be built and used in order to destroy the other governments in order to weaken the religious. Makes fucking perfect sense.
Why not?
So I have a question. Does anyone happen to know when communism was became an actual thing? Because I'm wondering. Let's see. Okay, yeah, okay. The Communist Festival. Okay, I was just wondering if in 1871, if the word and the concept would actually have existed as such, but it appears that it would have been. So. But good to know that it's atheistic communism, as opposed to all that religious communism.
Yeah, that does make sense. Makes all makes perfect sense.
I want to point out that it doesn't actually explain much of what is it actually happened. It doesn't go into detail. All it says is that that the British and Germanic empires will fight, and after that, communism. That's not that. That's pretty imprecise. It's not it's not a major guessing that at some point, because it doesn't give us a year. Guessing that at some point Germany and the UK will be in a war. I mean, that's not that's. I mean, that's not some it's not a guess. That's what's the word here? It's not the hardest thing to guess. It's not really a prediction as such.
Pick 2 countries in the world, and they will eventually go to war anyway.
But I mean, yeah, but especially
neighboring ones. Ish.
Well, not really. There's a fucking ocean between them, but yeah,
a neighboring ish. Just pick 2. They will eventually fight each other, probably. And if you're wrong, no one's gonna remember anyway, because you wrote it in a letter that doesn't exist.
Students of history will recognize that the political alliances of England on one side and Germany on the other, forged between 1871 and 1889 by Otto von Bismarck, co-conspirator of Albert Pike. Oh, he was apparently a high up guy who was in. Okay.
He was in on the joke.
He was
on April Fool's joke.
I mean, he was apparently Otto von Bismarck was a high up. He was, I think, chancellor. At the point, he was basically the president of Germany. That's not not the correct title at all. But I think he was chancellor. Anyways, were instrumental to bring about the First World War. I mean, that is sort of true, but on the other hand, World War I kind of happened because everyone was kind of pissed at everyone, and then at some point, a guy was killed, and all hell broke loose. And a few years later, a lot of people had died, and not much had changed.
Yep.
Hey.
And war in a nutshell.
No, seriously. World War I was just shit.
Oh yeah.
At least the Second World War, you at least had the idea. Okay, kind of want to kill the Nazis and defeat. Like here was just like everyone is pissed at each other, and no one really knew why, and then a lot of people died, and then that was it.
Yeah. Wasn't it World War I that during Christmas the soldiers
I have to point out that the Christmas truce wasn't really that special. Like as I said, up until a certain point in the war, most of the people actually fighting it didn't really know why they were fighting it. They weren't like, because that was all like higher up political stuff. So like they would actually routinely stop fighting and like just be friends.
Yeah,
that wasn't a like the Christmas truce it's a nice story, but it's like it's kind of overblown how special it was, and also how much of a truce it actually was. The story has kind of been turned into an urban legend of sorts.
Okay, that's basically why I was asking.
World War I is dumb. Okay, like it was dumb.
Yes, I mean, it basically destabilized Europe enough to give us a second round.
Yeah, makes sense. All right.
Who wants to read about the Second World War?
Too bad we don't have Geo here.
Yeah, I mean, I could have worked for the first one as well.
That's true, but
anyways, yeah. Who wants to read about the sequel?
The Second World War must be fomented.
I'm not sure that's a word. But
fomented? I don't know. By taking advantage. I don't know. Is that even a real word?
We can look it up.
I guess. I don't think it's a real word.
It is. Instigated or stir up.
All right.
Or there's apparently an archaic meaning of it that means to bathe.
Okay.
Part of the body with warm or medicating lotions.
Okay.
So must be buffalo. So apparently, Second World War is some Buffalo Bill shit.
Must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences between the fascists and the political Zionists.
Yay!
Okay.
That bingo.
This war must be brought about so that Nazism is destroyed and the political Zionism be strong enough to institute a sovereign state in Israel in Palestine. During the Second World War, international communism must become strong enough in order to balance Christendom, which would be then restrained and held in check until the time when we would need it for the final social cataclysm.
This really reads like someone like who clearly like this was clearly written after the fact.
Yeah, it also sounds like the structure of the sentences and everything is very modern, except that they throw like weird ass words like fomented in there.
They think that people in the old days just used to write exactly as we did, just with like slightly old sounding words.
Yeah. So
for the fight. Okay, but I like the phrase "the final social cataclysm." That's a nice ring to it. So one point for that. But no, this really it's obviously something written after the fact, because I mean, if for someone to have if you want that to be the goal. Like if that was the actual goal of World War II, then whoever orchestrated it did a really, really crap job, because basically only there was a lot of luck involved in that being the outcome.
No, that's clearly was the goal. So now, okay. So now we're preparing for. So how do these things add up? Like, how do these things connect?
Yeah, because it's implying that all three of the world wars will be needed to do this thing. But okay, I mean, there is a connection between the First World War and the Second World War because one kind of led to the other because it set the stage. One set the stage for the economic situation of Germany in the 30s.
Yeah, because on World War One, there would be no reason. Well,
there most likely wouldn't have been a World War Two.
Yeah.
So that makes sense, but I don't see how you're playing a really long game and you're counting on a lot of things going exactly as you're expecting. If you think the Second World War is necessary to set up the third one, so I'm really interested. I'm interested in where they're going with this.
Yeah, I am. I'm also This is okay. This definitely smells like a lot of just like here are some events and I'm gonna very loosely connect them with each other and pretend like it was all a plan from the beginning.
Actually, Matthew Thatcher in the chat has a good point. He says, I feel like I've heard all of this before. It's a crazy person's interpretation of the Book of Revelation. That is actually very good.
Oh, that's an interesting point. It's very interesting. I could see that. Did your mic die, Micro?
No, I wanted to end a dabber, but I'm not sure why I did that. Decided to that in text. And yeah, and as Kaylee just pointed out, we use Dabber basically said that it is kind of silly that you use Millie and Micro in this that they share a letter, and then Kaylee says that Micro uses mu, the Greek letter mu.
Oh.
Or if you're lazy, just a U.
Yes. That's true.
Anyways, that was a weird sidetrack. Dan, do you want to read?
Sure. So, after the Second World War, communism was made strong enough to begin taking over weaker governments. In 1945, at the Potsdam Conference between Truman, Churchill, and Stalin, a large portion of Europe was simply handed over to Russia. And on the other side of the world,
oversimplification.
and on the other side of the world, the aftermath of the war was with Japan helped to sweep the tide of communism into China.
Okay, I wanna point out that saying the other side of the world is not accurate considering how large Russia is.
Yeah,
like China and Russia are fucking close to each other. In fact, I actually think they have a border, if I can remember correctly.
They might. I wouldn't put it back past them. Actually, I remember hearing about the King of the North and the King of the South in the Book of Daniel. This is very much so in the vein of reading scriptures.
Zooming quickly out so I don't reveal my address.
We know exactly where Micro lives.
You know that I'm in Copenhagen. That's pretty much...
Microblast decided to join us. Would you look at that?
Let's see. Yeah, they do. A tiny thing here. And then some more over here.
Very cool.
The extra blast?
Oh. Yeah, she's out again.
Oh. I was wondering why she didn't say anything.
Yeah, I think there's something wrong. I'm trying to get her a link. I think something's not right.
There's Gio. There. Hey, Gio, we were just talking about you.
We were. That's true.
Oh, there's an Ectoplast.
Hello?
Hello.
Is there it
is.
Hoot.
Hey, Ectoplast, do you want to know what about the plans to instigate World War III?
They're very complicated.
Wait, that's the thing?
Yeah,
it apparently is.
Okay, go on.
you can read it. You can tell us all about it.
Well, that's on my phone, so I basically can't see anything.
Oh, okay. let me read. Okay, so we discuss. Have you been following the stream or?
I'm trying to get the website so I can, you know.
Okay, just like do you know? But do you know the context of this?
No.
Okay, this is a letter that probably doesn't exist, and to the point that even the crazy people admit that it probably doesn't exist. That describes how it's supposed to be from 1871, and it's supposed to describe how it needs to be 3 world wars to instigate the one world order. And so far we've gone over their First World War and Second World War. And now they're having some kind of footnote in between that, the extracts from the letters about the terms used. So let's read. I'm going to read. Readers who argue the terms Nazism and Zionism were known in 1871 should remember that the Illuminati invented it when you actually highlight.
Oh yeah, cut off.
And I'm so used to things in italics being in Latin or Greek that I just assumed that it was. Invented both these movements. Oh, of course. In addition, communism as an ideology and as a coined phrase originates in France during the Revolution. I have no idea if that's true. In 1785, Ristef, I'm not sure how to pronounce that name, sorry, coined the phrase 4 years before the revolution broke out. Ristef and Badoof?
Badoof. I don't know.
You speak French.
Yeah, but I can't see anything.
Okay, Babeuf.
I'll try to do some. Wait, where is it even?
Like the best.
Can you at least like put the arrow over it so I can see where the hell you are?
Here.
Are you by any chance playing 7 Days to Die?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Like coined the phrase that originates in France during the Revolution. Restif coined phrase, blah blah blah.
Okay, so it is Restif.
Where is the sentence?
Yeah, you're right there. Restif and
Badoof?
Restif and Babeuf. That doesn't mean anything.
It's not a French name?
Yeah, I guess maybe some person is named that, but I have no idea who that is. It's not.
In turn, we're influenced by Rousseau. I have no idea.
Rousseau.
Okay.
Rousseau. There we go.
Rousseau. Okay.
I got it. Fucking R&D fucking figured out how to pronounce a thing.
It's French. Doesn't count.
Honestly, it's have you tried to hear me like pronounce English words?
I mean, the way you pronounce pizza is pretty fun.
Yeah, I can't pronounce pizza, so you know what?
He pronounces it like it's spelled Pixza. Pizza.
It's a pizza.
You like it's halfway between pixels and pixel and pizza. Like it's a pixelated pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't you made like a tweet about it?
Yeah, I did.
My inability to pronounce things. Pizza.
But actually, pizza is a good word. Like it feels like it's either like a drawing program, like pixel art program, or it's like a pixel art retro game.
I could see that. I could see that. All right. So, well, yeah. So his excuse for words that don't exist being used was the Illuminati. Literally the Illuminati. Man, I don't. This guy. It's just too much.
Oh, Kaylee's right. It's a Pokemon.
Bidoof.
Yeah,
we could call him Bidoof.
No, I think he means the Pixar.
No, the Bidoof. Bidoof's a Pokemon.
The Bidoof is a Pokemon.
Yeah, and that's the Restif and Bidoof.
That's the fucking stupid beaver thing.
But that's what we're talking about. Restif and Bidoof, in turn, were influenced by Rousseau as the most famous conspirator of them all.
Are you saying some Pokemons were influenced by
I'm definitely
Rousseau?
saying some Pokemon stuff.
I mean, to be fair, Rousseau could also be a Pokemon name.
Do you think Rousseau is like one of these stones that you have to use to evolve some special Pokemon?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I don't think it's a stone, because in Pokemon you always like it would have like the names gem or stone in it. I think it's it's either like a flower Pokemon, in some like rose, or it's a person. Like it's like some scientist that can do stuff, that has access to, like, you know how like they're always like, for some reason, some guy who has apparently developed something that can evolve, that can bring back fossils back to life.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it being a like a rose Pokemon, Rousseau.
Yeah. Rose Pokemon, actually, because there already is a Rose Pokemon.
There's lots of rose Pokemon.
Yeah, but there's one that's like specifically a rose that had like.
There's Rosalia.
Yeah.
And Roserade.
Who plays that?
Well, obviously R&D, because he just like named off a bunch of rose Pokemon without even looking.
I would
no,
be playing
what
it
I
if
mean
I had...
is not who plays Pokemon. I mean, who actually uses these rosy Pokemon?
Oh,
nobody.
No one.
Suck. Actually, no. I think Roserade isn't too bad.
It's not, but it's like if you actually look at what like it's like what it's the stats and what it attacks and what it and moves, what its role would be, there are better choices for like competitive.
Where now I have to check out what tier it's in. Roserade.
We're way off topic. And I fucking love it because we're talking about Pokemon.
Roserade in the Sun and Moon is in rarely used tier, so not that good. Rarely used isn't bad though.
Yeah, Yell is right that Roserade was pretty competitive when it first
in its own gen.
I think but I don't think it is anymore.
Yeah, it was in UU in Black and White. That makes sense.
Yeah.
OU in Diamond and Pearl. Oh shit, it was overused in Diamond and Pearl. Man, you dropped Roserade. You were so cool. Now you suck.
Christ. So, do you think Roserade is the one that's bringing the Third World War?
Roserade is definitely going to bring about the Third World War. That's how it all ends. It all ends thanks to Pokemon.
You know what? If that actually turned out to be the case, I could live with that.
Why is there a bunch of random absurd characters after that?
I have no fucking idea. I assume the Illuminati.
Is it some cryptic message meant to be read by the Illuminati?
More than likely, someone. It looks a lot like someone fucked up when they were putting in some kind of Unicode.
So I'm thinking as well.
Like that looks like the kind of characters you get when Unicode doesn't understand what the fuck you're trying to tell it.
It just seems like the cat kind of fell asleep on the PC.
Yeah,
that's an alien cat this time.
But it also screams that they didn't actually they haven't actually checked this. They didn't check it after they made it.
Like they posted it and they're like, "It's cool," and then they walked away.
People
it's a pretty big error. So I mean, you'll have to see it.
Yeah, like this is something you would spot just scrolling up or down. It's not like there's a single spelling mistake.
Is this a troll site? Like, is this
No, no. I refuse to believe it. Mainly because like it has like almost 3,000 likes on Facebook.
I mean, I don't know. As a recently made Poe, I don't know anymore.
Recently made Poe. You made one video.
I know, and everyone thinks I'm a Poe now. It's insane. Not my fault.
Wait,
compliments.
Wait.
On the job, on the site that tells us to find a job.
What?
The flat earthers think you're a pro?
Or... No, I'm a Poe as in like the flat earther. I actually got compliments on that video about such a great job and for spreading the truth and whatnot. Like the video that I used. Oh yeah, no, I have like people were like, oh, I had like I checked somebody's YouTube page, like they left me a comment saying great job, and I checked their YouTube page and they have like my video on on their front page liked next to like other UFO crap. Like I don't even know what to do with that.
You can't see it, but I have my face in my hands.
Oh yeah, no, I got compliments. I took a bunch of screenshots, so they'll appear on the show because I literally got people yelling at me for being a dumbass and people complimenting me for being super smart because I'm a flat earther. Apparently now.
That's beautiful.
Yep.
That's depressing.
It is depressing, but I think it's beautifully depressing.
Yeah, it's both sides.
Yep.
This one time I was on a geo stream and I also posted that the person Geo is being super smart and yeah, the Earth is geologist. Yeah, Earth is really flat. Blah blah, flat Earth geology. And obviously there's people immediately that shit themselves. And there's people that that's pretty cool. Yeah, man, that's pretty true.
Yeah, they bought it hook, line and sinker.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I've thought about a flat Earth geology, and I'm pretty sure I can make it work.
You probably could.
Yeah. Apart from the fact that I mean, I guess as long as you make the Earth so that actually like the shape actually follows the tectonic plates.
Yeah, basically.
You should come up with a flat Earth tectonic plate theory.
Portals.
Boy.
Portals.
I'm just picturing the Earth basically looking like the face of Arnold. In Hi Arnold.
Yeah, I mean.
That Arnold.
Yeah.
So football shaped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I really thought of Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Same here.
I was thinking.
Like he doesn't really have that much. Like
I mean, he has a kind of a funny head, but I mean.
But it's not like my go-to shape.
I mean, come on, the only Arnold with a memorable shape of head.
Watermelon head.
I suppose. I don't know. They did buy into the whole Beeloo thing, so they'll buy into a lot.
Yeah. But what about this Third War thing? We have to.
Yes, that's.
I know. We fucking.
Yeah, we're getting to the good parts.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Shit hasn't happened yet.
Whose turn is it to read?
I have no idea.
Awesome
like
sauce.
the best.
Yes. Tell us about the Third World War.
Okay, so what have we not read?
The highlighted.
We are at
first part there. The Third World War must be fomented by taking advantage of the differences caused by the agentur of the Illuminati between the political Zionists and the leaders of Islamic world. The war must be conducted in such a way that Islam, the Muslim Arabic world, and political Zionism, the state of Israel, mutually destroy each other. Meanwhile, the other nations, once more divided on this issue, will be constrained to fight to the point of complete physical, moral, spiritual, and economical exhaustion.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, it's not really realistic that everyone, like, if Israel and all the countries around it that want to destroy it got into a big fight. I mean, sure, the US and some of Europe might like fight on is like, I don't think there would really be much of divide. Like, depending on who attacked first. But I mean, I'm pretty sure like that the rest of the world would probably just be go with the ones who were attacked for the most part.
No, this is just how it's gonna start. It's all just gonna be a shit show.
Oh well.
Yep. I also love how it focuses on the Middle East, even though probably World War III will probably be between like China and the US, because they actually have
Russia.
like
I think Russia. Because the thing is that like economically China is making a lot of money on the US at the moment.
That's true. But they're the ones who actually have like the military power to like actually hold a world war.
Oh, you mean the idea in what fight was that game called Homefront? The one where for some reason suddenly North Korea has the power to actually take over the US. It's unrealistic.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, because that's gonna happen.
Jesus Christ, the next sentence is just absolutely magic.
I mean, the next sentence is technically
no, not that one. The actual next sentence.
Can you?
That is a good gorgeous sentence. Please read that.
Read, because I can see she's getting giddy about it. I can see you already getting excited about that. So please.
It's like, we shall unleash the nihilists and the atheists, and we shall provoke a formidable social cataclysm, which in all its horror will show clearly to the nations the effect of absolute atheism, origin of savagery, and of the most bloody turmoil. I'm just picturing like the guy is wearing like a dark cape and he's going like
I'm thinking more he's like a former pastor.
Yeah, and he has like goat horns as
he's clearly
like a headwear.
He's like some kind of like satanic pastor.
Yeah, he's looking a bit like Maleficent.
Yeah.
That is a brilliant sentence.
Then everywhere, the citizens obligated to defend themselves against the world of revolutionaries. I love that. The world minority of revolutionaries. That is like a video game name for like the group you join.
The more you're gonna fight with, the more.
I just love
something like that.
Absolute atheism. What the fuck is that even?
That's where you have.
It's like you have believing in zero God and then absolutely zero God. You know.
Yeah. It's where you really don't believe. Like you disbelieve extra hard.
Like we are just like normal atheists. We just don't believe. You know. Just we're just over that point of no belief. You know. Just like a parabola. We're just over the maximum. You know. Just we are. You know, just there.
I mean, maybe it's supposed to mean like a military anti-theist with military as in violent, military is the wrong word. But like a violent anti-theism, like where you would like go out and start assaulting people and trying to do a revolution.
Oh, you mean like absolute atheism?
Yeah, is that what they're supposed
Yeah, man, those absolute atheists are fucking scary people.
I mean, the
Okay. Let's just continue these ridiculous sentences.
I think we need to ask Steve McRae to come in here and define atheism for us.
Can we not?
Obviously, that's the only way we could solve it.
I want to hear Derek's plus read the rest.
Yes.
Like no,
Oh,
no,
God.
R&D.
Okay, now
just
I have
makes-
like pressure.
She did it really well.
I mean, I can't
And
stop listening
everywhere,
to her.
the citizens, obliged to defend themselves against the world minority of revolutionaries, will exterminate those destroyers of civilization, and the multitude, disillusioned with Christianity, whose deistic spirits will, from that moment, be without compass or direction, anxious for an ideal, but without knowing where to render its adoration, will receive the true light through the universal manifestation of the pure doctrine of Lucifer, brought it finally out in the public view. This manifestation will result from the general reactionary movement, which will follow the destruction of Christianity and atheism, both conquered and exterminated at the same time.
So it's some other religion.
So
I don't even
the
know.
people,
Well,
the
it's not
people.
other religion. It's some other religion other than Christianity. Since
So
atheism is
basically,
obviously not a religion.
they're gonna. The devout Christians are
Are
gonna stop
gonna-
being devout Christians and become Satanists. Like,
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
the fuck do you get to that conclusion?
More or less how it works, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, guess where we're going now?
Oh yeah, of course.
Since terrorist attack of September 11, 2001, world events, and in particular in the Middle East, show a growing unrest and instability between modern Zionism and the Arabic world. This is completely in line with the call of the Third World War to be fought between the two and their allies on both sides. And their allies on both sides. Yes, yes. If they both have allies, those allies are on different sides. You don't have to repeat that. This Third World War is still to come, and recent events show us that it's not far off. Okay, so his amazing prediction was that there will be wars in the Middle East.
It really sounds like the Jehovah's Witnesses who really believe that the tribulations are coming.
And they've been coming for nearly, well, more than 100 years, but they're nearly here.
That's a long orgasm.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God.
We were talking about nuts earlier, so it's
we literally in the first
What?
5 minutes made a nut joke.
yeah. So things have actually improved since you showed up.
Oh, wow, guys,
Wait. There's a
I was just about to say that, World War IV. Oh my God.
Nice.
Oh God.
You know, some movies don't need to have like a following movie.
This is a third website design.
This is some Disney level of planning ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the whole fucking World War II Marvel Cinematic Universe nonsense here.
I think. Wait, I'm pretty sure that Marvel's World War II cinematic universe is just Captain America.
This is just a continuation of that. This is some Captain America fan fiction, is what this is.
I'm just waiting for like the World War pre-sequel.
Oh
Now
God.
with extra loot packs.
Oh my God. I hope the next Call of Duty is that Call of Duty World War I
Zero.
World War Zero. Oh, I could see them doing that. Oh, they will. They will.
Yeah, that is such a Call of Duty title.
Yeah, World War Zero. Fuck.
Once they run out of things they can.
Oh my God, no! They will go World War Z, and they can make it zombie.
They already did, didn't they?
I mean, they already in all the Black Ops games. They already had the zombie mode.
Honestly, I think the next World War will just be called the World War.
Well, the thing is, in
Will
order
be
to
the
call it
worldliest of them all.
Yeah, just the World War.
Well, the thing is, in order to like, it might be called that during the war, but the thing is, a war, in order for a war to be called something afterwards, it kind of someone has to survive it.
So you're saying it's the last one and we all die because mushrooms of explosion and death and stuff.
Or the Illuminati.
I mean, at this point, the military technology we have and the capabilities have risen a lot. Like the Cold War did help a lot.
Great power comes great responsibility. Which is in the hands of Trump.
We need to. So what we need to do is we need to get Donald Trump to have an uncle called Ben. And then he needs to die because of something Donald Trump did, so that Donald Trump can meet him as he's dying and get that advice. We need to travel back in time and set that up. Who's with me?
I'm definitely with you, but yeah.
Let's go invent time travel, guys.
It's gonna create time paradox.
Why not?
And I just made a Donald Trump Spider-Man crossover. I'm not sure if I should be proud of this.
Stuck in there just for funsies.
And somewhere on the internet, there's probably porn of that.
Oh.
Excuse me while I go vomit.
Oh no. No. That was terrible.
So, do we want to read about World War IV, or do we want to read about the New World Order?
What are the topics? I mean, I kind of like just skipped us ahead because I was super excited about this guy and this writing.
I mean, there isn't really much more. Then there's the description of the newsletter.
What else was there? There's we have the New World Order timeline. We skipped that.
Oh, you mean, yeah.
And then an introduction to conspiratorial history. And more testimonials.
That sounds like an actual, course.
No, it sounds like a textbook.
It sounds like the
Welcome to History 101, Introduction to Conspiratorial History.
You get in conspiratory education.
Yeah, that's like the name of the textbook you have when you start out. Like the first semester of.
It's like the prerequisite class you get.
Yeah.
Fucking prerequisite classes.
Yes, how they're the demand that you have the skills necessary.
No, but listen. This year when I start university again, they want me to do a prerequisite class for computers.
Mm-hmm.
It's called fundamental computer literacy, which is basically knowing how to set up folders on your computer, how to use Word.
It's basically how to not be your grandma.
How to not be your grandma. So
like they teach you how to double click.
That's the easiest class in history.
And then, so the classes were set up. So the first class in the week is
how to turn on your computer.
No, completely wrong. How to program in C#.
Wrong.
You do how to program in C#, and then you go learn how to turn on your computer. The next week, how to do loops, how to open Word. Then
I feel like there's a bit of a discrepancy between the levels here.
Yeah.
It's like I remember we learned those stuff in first year primary school.
Yeah, exactly. Same. I remember when I was I think it was 10 years. No, not even 10 years, like 8 to 9. I remember being taught that in primary school, how to play with Word and all that. But then again, I had a computer since I was fucking 4 years old, so I mean, I already knew that shit. But prerequisites.
I need a vote here. Do we time out Gio for his terrible joke?
I didn't even know, what did he say?
My glasses don't work. I can't see sharp.
Oh, I love it.
Oh god,
Gio gets to stay.
that's
Gio wins the internet
beautiful.
point for that.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
That's a great joke.
The Rector Blast and I absolutely love shitty jokes. It is literally
That
what
is
keeps us
no
alive.
surprise to me.
That was a brilliant joke. I'm sorry, we're not banning Gio.
No.
I have a question. What is this find a job working from home? Is that another
I
pyramid scheme
think, I
thing?
think that is like an ad.
Is it
they
another
have
one of be self-employed and be
I
entrepreneur?
mean, we can try and see what happens if you click on it. Because I have ad blocker
Harass
on.
people you knew.
Because
I'm pretty sure if you click on it, you'll get like 1 million
viruses.
Fuck it.
Living on the wild side.
I have antivirus software.
What's written in preparing for World War III? How do
Let's
we prepare?
see. Prepare. Let's actually go back and see. Oh yeah. Prepare for the worst. You mean this website?
We're already here.
No, it is a folder. That actually works.
Wait. Public characters just for fun? You have a site about World War III, and you have a part of it that. Okay, can I just point out that whoever made this website didn't put that much thought into it and clearly used a template?
Oh, so that's why develop alternative income streams. It's eventually just to sell you the pyramid scheme thing.
Ah.
Oh yeah, of course, obviously.
Well, just for fun appears to be a completely blank.
When it becomes overwhelming, and sure, you can still relax. I'm just picturing like bombs exploding around you, and the guy's just doing your
by
job.
staring at this blank page.
Gio, isn't this maybe a Flash thing?
I'm not entirely sure what this is. No, it's HTML.
Yeah.
Be in a state of peace in the face of World War. Do they know what peace actually means?
As long as you have happy thoughts, the bullets won't actually hurt you.
Think happy thoughts. Think happy thoughts. And then just for fun, it's just like a blank.
They're deeply into this.
Someone just said it's a failed slideshow.
It's a failed. That makes sense.
Oh, that actually. I mean, it appears that there's some kind of text here when I highlight it.
Yeah, isn't maybe your ad blocker that popped it out or something?
We can try and turn it.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't stop the ad blocker on that website though.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna have like cancer rate.
Nope, nothing happened. All I got was some weird Bitcoin market crypto.
Oh god.
Well, considering remember that I'm in incognito mode, so it doesn't actually like it's just a random thing. It thinks I might be able to. But it doesn't really surprise me that these people would be big into like cryptocurrencies. Like that seems the kind of thing the people here.
I don't know.
All right, what are we gonna read next?
Well,
let's go
I
back
kind of
to
want
what
to
we
need to
should do
read about the
today.
New World Order. Figure out who's behind all of this.
Potatoes.
I knew it.
You know, I would be okay with if my overlords were potatoes. I could live with that.
Well, hold on. If they're potatoes, they would
great
clearly be
potato war.
underlords because they're under the ground.
Yeah, sure.
Also, I want to point out that this first sentence has a link to some site called Educate Yourself.
Oh god.
Oh, this site. Oh, look at this.
Oh my
Wow.
god, please go to educateyourself.org.
Goodness gracious!
That seems amazing.
I already saw one thing marked MK Ultra.
And I spotted Bush family and Nazis.
Oh god.
Swine flu hoax vaccine. Hydrogen peroxide. This is a sight for another day.
Monoatomic gold.
Oh,
fuck me.
Swine flu hoax vaccine?
Yes. We at Gender Trends, we need to do this. I'm putting this
It's definitely gonna be covered.
Yeah, I'm putting this side in our Skype. We need to do this at some point because holy shit. But just the name.
For 1 second, I thought there was a folder called hentai. And was like,
oh god.
Would that honestly surprise you?
No.
Zionist hentai.
The following article is extracted from an excellent analysis of the New World Order by Arthur at Reese at Addersay. I'm not sure about that. Addersay. Not sure. Which can be found on educate-yourself.org. It ends in org, so I know it's
That's how you know it's reliable.
Someone read about the New World Order.
Where is Alex Jones when you need him?
I know. Oh, where's Smelly?
Smelly when you need him, yeah.
The term New World Order (NWO) has been used by numerous politicians throughout the ages,
as well as wrestlers.
It is a generic term used to refer to a worldwide conspiracy being orchestrated by an extremely powerful and influential group of genetically related individuals.
Also wrestlers.
At least at the highest echelons, this is a very long sentence, which include many of the world's wealthiest people, top political leaders, and corporate elites, as well as members of the so-called black nobility.
Wait, what?
I know.
Yeah,
of Europe.
That means.
Dominated by the British Crown, whose goal is to create a one-world fascist government, strict of nationalities and regional boundaries that is obedient to their agenda.
I just want to point out that the British Crown has no actual power. It's literally just like for show.
I want to point out that was one sentence that I just read there. That was all one sentence, and I couldn't stop to take a breath.
Are you dying now?
I want to know what the fuck black nobility of Europe is.
Oh, I'd be careful. This is how you get on lists.
It's probably like you have the official nobility and
apparently it's
some hidden nobility.
Apparently it's Roman aristocratic families who sided with the papacy under Pope Pius the Ninth after the Savoy family lit arm. So it seems like it's an actual thing. Like it's the nobility and aristocracy that sided with some pope during something in some kind of.
And that's relevant because
I have no fucking idea. But I guess we learned a bit of history. I assumed that it was some kind of like some kind of like conspiracy theory that like the people like the royals of Europe were actually used to actually be black or something like that. Like
oh no, that's a whole different sort of.
Well, it's a different kind of stupid apparently.
Yay!
The West Kings.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back.
Listen to globalist banker Paul Warburg. I hope that's the title he has on his business card. Hello, I'm Paul Warburg. globalist.
I also love how it says "listen to" when you're about to read it.
Well, okay. In that case, we need someone to play a globalist banker.
Globalist banker.
I guess I'll be a globalist banker.
Yeah, do your best globalist banker voice.
I don't think you can grow your nose that fast.
No.
Oh shit! And that's how the channel gets shut down.
Damn.
Oh, well, it was good. It was good hanging out with all of y'all.
Now we're definitely on a list.
Come on, that's exactly how they want you to picture them.
Luckily,
They want you to picture, you know, that very well-known picture, well, with a massive nose and just like touching their hands.
yeah. Luckily, we are not in Britain. Otherwise, we would be sitting in prison right now. Just go ask.
No, it's okay. We have no bug.
We have no bugs. It's okay. Lamar, can you do the Nazi salute?
She probably can't. She's too fat.
Oh, she's too fat.
But how fat is that cat if it can't lift its fucking arm?
It's not that she can't lift it, but like imagine her body's like
she needs
a massive bloated potato and very tiny legs.
She's not that fat, okay?
Okay, she's very tiny legs.
I love how we went
very tiny legs.
I love how we went from Nazis to
potato.
But I mean, she's kind of spherical, isn't she?
But more importantly, she has tiny legs.
Yeah, she's potato shaped and tiny legs. This is exactly how the cat looks.
You know, like those.
Sounds like a girl once went on a date with.
What?
No.
You went on a date with
a terrible attempt at a joke. I don't date.
I've
literally been on one date in my entire life.
Oh, that's sad.
Don't feel sad. Like I really don't give a fuck.
It's okay. That's why prostitutes exist.
No. They exist because if you kill them and get away with it, you get 100 points. Which, if you ask me, is way too low. That should be buffed.
Don't let Anita Sarkeesian hear you.
Why? She's on like 50 points.
Let me just... Okay, so... let's try this. We will have a world covered whether you like it or not. The only question is whether the government will be achieved by conquest or consent.
Apparently, globalist bankers have a permanent cold.
No, I think it's the nose deformity.
Should we make it clear that these are jokes?
We should. We should.
I don't think it matters because it didn't, like, context didn't matter in our Kondankula.
Wait, I want to point out that none of us are in the UK, so none of us are like under those laws. And I'm not really worried about being arrested. I'm more worried about people coming across this and like starting to think that we're actually that.
Yeah, we're not actually racist, guys.
Well,
it
wouldn't really be racist. It would be anti-Semitic or anti-Semitic.
We're not really anti-Semitic.
We just like to pretend to be on the internet.
Yeah, the Holocaust did happen.
Can you please stop to like really emphasize that this is jokes?
Yep, we live in that age.
Actually, guys,
I think that's
I'm sorry to tell you this. We're actually culturally appropriating Muslim culture.
What?
We are
being anti-Semitic is culturally appropriating Muslim culture.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can only do that.
I'm gonna disagree with that, but okay.
Continue, Dr. John Coleman. Who's that guy?
I don't know. We have to read the first thing. Before.
Oh, there's even more before. Oh no.
Okay.
Let's get off of this topic and actually read.
Their intentions is to effect complete and total control over
every. No. You have to read it the complete and total control louder. It's in bold.
It's their intention is to affect complete and total control to every human being on the planet.
And to dramatically reduce the world's populations to 2/3. While the name, this is both bold and italic. You know, if you just had it underlined and maybe in all caps, then it would be real gold.
Yeah, and it should be a different color as well.
Yeah. I mean, it actually is. It is a different color. It's darker.
It's a darker black.
No, it's
is
a
it
dark
darker
gray.
black or slightly darker black?
While the name New World Order is the term most frequently used today to loosely refer to anyone involved in this conspiracy. The study, you hear that? It's a study of exactly who makes up this group is a complex and intricate one that takes a lot of time sitting at your computer typing in New World Order into Google. For further research sources, please see the sidebar. I'm not going to read to the left. I'm just going to assume that it's like going to a bar, getting drunk, and then coming up with things.
That's a good bar name, the sidebar.
That actually is a good. Yeah, make it like a red. Like
it's full of side hose.
No. Make it like have it be like a retro style, but like old computer games and and stuff like that. So that it's sidebar in like technical terms, like a computer sense.
What? No. I like the side hose better.
Why not both?
I'm gonna go with side hose.
Fucking viruses, if you ask me.
Well, you're gonna get viruses from hose too, so.
It's okay. Just use AVG. Actually, no. Don't even use AVG.
Install Norton on your penis.
Oh fuck it! Just get like a different operating system, like a Mac or something, like a Mac OS X. There we go. Then you won't get any viruses.
My dick runs Ubuntu.
I mean,
are you saying that you should get like a micro dick?
Yeah, I mean
Microsoft.
Dick. Microsoft dick is.
That doesn't sound too good.
Oh, see. This is how Mac wins the computer wars.
Oh god.
Wait, it wins the computer wars because people start installing OSs on their genitals.
Yes.
That is that's an interesting, somewhat interesting sci-fi story in there.
You know that if Mac created their dick software, it would be like smooth and slick and like operate really well.
Are we still talking about dicks?
Yes, we are.
I mean, I'm pretty sure a Mac dick would be like.
I'm sorry, but a Mac dick sounds like a burger, like a very gay one.
No, a Mac dick is the same as a hamburger. It's just that the beef comes from bull dick.
Okay, I mean, I don't know if I should laugh or vomit or both.
A Mac dick might be smooth and it might work all the time, but it's gonna be fucking thin and lightweight.
And expensive.
Expensive.
Yep, probably.
I mean, what you really want is that you want like an old, unless it's like an old Apple II.
There we go.
It might be slow, but it's bulky.
Guys, now is the time where you might want to say no homo.
Oh yeah, guys, no homo. We have to put it out there.
I don't give a fuck.
It's okay, now we can talk about dicks.
I'm married
okay.
at this point, does it really matter for me?
I'm single and desperate.
What?
Jokes are funny.
Oh,
That is so sad.
everyone's selling puppies.
Morgan,
Wait,
don't you have any friends that we can introduce to Micro?
Wait, what?
Don't you have any friends we can introduce to Micro?
No, can we just go back to the fact that her response to me saying that I was desperate and lonely was to ask people to send me puppies? What kind of fucking freak do you think I am?
Oh no!
I think you're misreading what I said.
I mean, I hope they're at least like girl puppies.
Oh no!
Oh god!
They're puppies too, so they're
like not.
What is wrong with you?
Can you not go there? Can you not go there?
No, fucking underage.
No, I can't go there. I have a restraining order.
Oh god.
Someone read before I make this hole deeper.
Okay, that's already worse.
Yep, we fucking derailed the shit out of this show.
Oh yeah.
No.
Okay, so where were we? In 1992, Dr. John Coleman published Conspirators' Hierarchy, the story of the Committee of 300, with laudable scholarship and meticulous research. Dr. Coleman identifies the players and carefully details the New World Order agenda and worldwide domination and control. On page 161 of the Conspirators' Hierarchy, Dr. Coleman accurately summarizes the intent and purpose of the Committee of 300 as follows.
Oh, great. So someone has written a really, really, like a several hundred page manifesto.
Yeah, but that sounds boring. Let's scroll.
A one world government and one unit monetary system on the permanent non-elect
hereditary oligarchies.
Wait, okay. That's not gonna happen. like no one would like if no one in a Western democracy like would go like you would say, yeah, sure, just remove our ability to vote for the people in power.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
To be fair, American elections are pretty much like that.
I'm not gonna say it's never gonna happen, but like it's not something like they're making it seem a lot like the World War III is just around the corner, and if this is what is like necessary for it. Well, no, it isn't because it's the one world government. Wait, what the fuck?
When you can have an oligarchy and still have a democracy. Just look at America.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm fucking not gonna deny that shit.
No, because you can't.
Because I can't.
Who self-select? Yes, that is kind of the idea of a non-elect oligarchy that they self-select.
Imagine that.
Wait. So they're democratic within themselves. So that's good.
From among the numbers in the form of a feudal system, as it was in the Middle Ages, in this one world entity, population will be limited by restrictions on the number of children per family. There
will be a restriction of
the number of families,
people.
Diseases, wars, famines.
Okay, guys, you can only have one war per person.
I think what they mean is that like they will use restrictions and disease and wars and famines. Wait, how can you have wars if there's a one world entity? Who's fighting?
Is this like a 1984 thing?
Maybe they want to take like all the ones they can't like use for themselves and have them like do war against each other until.
But if they control the entire world, who's fighting?
But like they take like the lamest and less useful people, I guess, and they make them fight or something like dogs. I don't know.
So we're talking like a gladiator battle that's even more boring because it's not it's all the handicapped people fighting in there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god, wheelchair jousting.
Okay, I take back that it would be boring. I want to see that.
Oh my
This is the
god.
first thing I'm fucking thinking about.
No, hold on. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make clear.
I'm feeling bad right now because I'm just picturing them bringing back with like the highest medical technology, bringing back Stephen Hawking just so you can fight.
I was about. This is one of the things I thought of as well.
And he has to talk. He has to talk like you know, in like a boxing match when they meet up beforehand and like look really angry and say shit to each other. Mm-hmm. They have to do that, and he has to talk shit about the other one.
Oh god!
Until 1 billion people who are useful to the ruling class in the areas which will be strictly and clearly defined. Well, at least they're clear about it. So yeah, remain of the total world population. Yeah, because that's what you want to do. You want to, if you control the entire world, you want to reduce the amount of people you have to do your bidding and do the stuff. That's a smart move.
I'm just thinking of stuff you could say. Like, your mom is so fat you could never leave her event horizon.
Now I'm just thinking of epic map battles of history. What is it? There are 10 billion particles in the universe that we can observe. Your mama took the ugly ones and put them into one nerd. I'm so sad that there probably aren't gonna be more of those.
No.
They were fun. Why is the conspiracy unknown? Well, it clearly isn't.
Yeah, but you still haven't read that there will be no middle class.
I know. I just noticed that and thought to myself, wait, hold on. If the conspiracy is unknown, then how are we reading about it?
Makes sense to me.
Well, if it makes sense to you, then why don't you read it?
There will be no middle class. Only rulers and the serpents. That's like now.
Well, maybe in the US.
In the US, yeah. All laws will be uniform under legal system of world courts practicing the same unified code of laws.
That's redundant.
Yeah. That actually doesn't even sound too bad. Like, instead of like being able to go to a different country to get away from
as long as the laws are like sensible,
yeah. That actually doesn't sound like a bad thing.
The system like that's, will be on the basis of a welfare state.
I mean, it wouldn't be any different.
Serving to the world government will be rewarded with the means to live. Those who are rebellious will simply be starved to death or be declared outlaws. There's a target for anyone who wishes to kill them. Privately owned firearms or weapons of any kind will be prohibited.
Wait. So you will be allowed to kill the outlaws, but you can't have
privately owned guns.
Yeah, you will actually have to use your forks, guys.
Never mind. Okay, never mind that. Like, I'm assuming when they say weapons of any kind, they mean like things that objects that are specifically designed to be weapons. Because I don't think they're gonna ban like pipes, like an iron rod.
Have you? I don't think. Have you seen what Britain is doing?
Apparently you can buy like a knife if you're underage or something.
My point is that you can never actually, like, you can't ban weapons unless you ban items. Like, if you ban, you have to ban
like specific items.
No, but like you can always make makeshift weapons. That's what I wanted to point out. So
anything
like ban
is a fucking weapon.
Yeah, well, there's weapons than others.
Yeah, that's true.
Why the fuck do we keep coming back to UK? None of us live there.
Thankfully.
Yeah, thankfully.
And I'm saying that being a fucking South African. Jesus.
That's just because we like to make Nazi jokes.
Well, at least you're not talking about nuts, so yeah.
Speaking of Nazis. No one want to read.
Well, hell no.
No
The
one
sheer
care.
magnitude and complex web of deceit surrounding the individuals and organizations involved in this conspiracy is mind-boggling. Whoa!
Mind blown.
Even for the most astute among us.
Oh my
Don't think
God.
twice of yourself.
R, I am very smart.
Yeah.
/ I am very conspirator.
Oh God.
These people understand Rick and Morty.
Oh God, Jesus, fuck me.
Yeah, I
up.
don't
You
think
can
they
be-
understand Rick and Morty. Your IQ actually has to be quite high for that.
That was a joke.
I know. I went on with the joke.
Okay.
The joke.
Yeah, guys, you
Never
really need
mind.
to like.
Great that you singing some kind of like Nazi song. I think in the chat.
Oh,
This
probably.
for some reason this reminds me of that one video from Based Mama. I have like a really high IQ, and it's so exhausting. I can't remember the rest, but it was so
Yeah,
fun.
I remember it was in the wasn't it in Dank Ming compilations at some point because it was
Yeah.
so bad.
I have like a really high IQ. Like, if you have to, I don't know. I just don't know. It's almost like talking about.
The moment you have to say that you're smart, tell
Yeah, the
everyone
moment that you
you're
have
really
to
smart.
tell people that you're smart, and because the people otherwise wouldn't figure that you're smart. Something.
You probably fucked up somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just like it feels
there's two
anyone
ways.
who does an IQ test on the internet ends up being like.
Oh, you mean the ones where they
Albert
don't
Einstein.
actually go and get an actual IQ test by like people who know how to do an IQ test?
Yeah.
Oh fuck me! I don't want to do an IQ test. I'm too scared for the results. I'll be sad.
Well, to be fair, it's probably gonna be higher than these people because look, next name here.
David. Oh, isn't that
David Icke.
avocado?
Oh God.
David Icke is the guy who is the originator of the whole like alien like reptilians they are in power conspiracy. What's really fucked up is that if you actually like read between the lines and read like go into what he actually thinks, reptilians is probably just like his like kind of a code. Well, code word is the wrong way, but like it's he's kind of in like implying that it's the Jews.
The Jews are reptilian?
Well, no, he's kind of using it like he's kind of using it as like.
So he's not saying Jews, and so it's okay, or what?
Well, kind of. Like it's far fun. He believes in like that the world's government are reptilians. But in reality, he's probably like a really fucking big asshole.
Why can't they just leave the Jews alone at some point?
I'm not sure. Wait, I didn't do anything to them.
I said they, I didn't say you.
Oh, I heard it as you. Sorry.
No.
Also, I want to point out that David Icke looks like every female gym not gym instructor. Every female like when you had like PE, every female PE teacher ever.
Oh, I have to Google that.
PE you know when in school you go and have like do like play football or do athletics or stuff like that.
Oh my god, I can see it now.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
God.
I remember like 3 of them looking the same.
Yes, they all look like him.
Yes. It's kind of creepy.
And once you see that, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, I cannot.
That is what he looks like from now on.
Exactly. I need to see the whole body just to see if it fits.
Oh god.
Anyways,
No.
Oh my god.
this hangout took a slightly weird turn towards the end.
Slightly.
Just slightly.
Just slightly. Just a little. Just a
But,
little.
I think that's it. That's it for us.
That's actually pretty entertaining, I have to admit. That was actually pretty good.
Yeah, but I think it's also because it's like a conspiracy I have never heard about. Like the idea that someone is planning. Like, I mean, I heard about the new world order, but I never heard about like anyone World War III, like them planning it, and like there being like this weird letter that probably doesn't exist and stuff.
I mean, him actually admitting that doesn't exist is probably
that's fucking hilarious.
Oh, by the way, guys, there's a video coming from a certain Pelagia soon that features a purple octopus.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Woot.
That's gonna be pretty fucking cool. Yeah, not saying more. You'll just have to go subscribe to him and go see what he has to say.
Nice.
So that's that plugged. I don't have really anything to plug because I just put out a video and I'm gonna be start to write the script for the next one, which is gonna be about how the fact that Visa's negative blood types are a thing means that aliens exist.
I could see that being a thing.
That makes perfect sense.
I mean, I get to talk about blood types, so that's always fun.
Well, if Micro and I can get our shit together, we might have something.
Yes, we will. Me and Rhetoric will at some point sit down and do a commentary track thing for the new. I mean, the name of this documentary is the Convex Earth. But really, it's more like just normal flat Earth.
Yeah.
And it's really, really stupid and like 90% fluff.
Yep. So you'll get a commentary track from us as soon as we can get our shit together.
Yes.
So,
which will probably be after Tuesday when I have had my exam and have like almost 2 weeks off.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Rhetoric&Discourse, I believe you have a new video coming out soon.
As soon as I upload it.
Yes.
It is rendered. I just have to actually upload it. So it'll probably come out maybe in an hour. Maybe if it doesn't come out in an hour, it's gonna
How slow is your internet?
Well, I still have to make the thumbnail and upload it. And hopefully I'll get it in an hour. And then if I do, great. If not, it'll have to be after longer.
It will be
like on a scale from Micro to Dan. How slow is your internet?
It's definitely. I mean, I can stream just fine, which is better than Dan can do.
Oh,
it's true.
I want to point out that there are actually numbers to this. Like, you don't have to do it on this weird scale. It's actually quantifiable how good an internet connection is.
No, this is much better scale than megabits up
Fair
and
enough.
megabits down.
wait, your internet is measured in megabits?
Yes, my internet is measured in megabits, not bytes. Bits.
Oh.
Which is still faster than Dan's.
Oh.
I mean, to be fair, Dan's internet is carried by by carrier pigeon. That's why he tried to raise those pigeons because that would have tripled his speed.
Oh my god. I'm sad.
There's one pigeon running back and forth with sound files.
I'm actually fucking sad.
And I realized that is that is a fucking cruel joke, and I apologize.
That is a very cruel joke.
Well, that's why his internet is shit.
Anyways, you want to say goodbye, guys? Bye, people.
Okay, goodbye, everybody.
Did